So obviously you guys launched your seat-centric IFE last year.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about where things are at in terms of development now.
Well, we're progressing nicely, as I think we talked about Apex. We're looking at fielding probably towards the end of 13 for retrofit applications, and there soon after for both single-aisle Airbus and Boeing platforms.
Oh, wonderful. Launch customers?
We rolled out with Thomas Cook as our launch collaborative partner a Wi-Fi wireless solution for our Page 3 in-flight entertainment system. And we find that that's going to augment our in-seat video architecture for some time to come. As you think about wireless transmissions, it's going to be progressive. We're going to see content that's transmitted to passengers on a simultaneous basis. You'll potentially see it grow to AVOD over time. And then in the fullness of time, we've got to contemplate how we deal with some of the Hollywood early window content in a wireless environment. So we see those things growing and evolving, which will obviously lead us to having both solutions in the airplane at the same time.
But right now the movie studios are holding pretty firm that they don't want to provide passengers the ability to get that early window content streamed wirelessly at this juncture.
But airline-owned devices that are provided to passengers maybe, but certainly people's own devices.
Could you foresee that then, perhaps securing? I mean, would it be in the realm of possibility that you'd secure a customer for your embedded IFE and augmented with wireless IFE, but that the airline would also hand out its own device for early window? Do you think that would even, or is that overkill?
All three of those at one solution. And the logistics challenges of keeping devices charged, and then you've got the whole lithium battery debate. So I don't know that all three of those would coexist.
Part of the joy of wireless is that it's supposed to make life easier, right?
But if you think about single-aisle IFE particularly, and the context around making it a business development tool for airlines and a revenue generator, you've got to decide what the population rate is of personal devices.
Right.
So there's going to be a period of time where I think we're running up 50% of the flying public potentially has some kind of personal device that they could look at content on.
Wow.
So if you're in the business of making revenue as an airline from the peripheral services, then you're going to need the in-seat to do that.
Yeah.
So we got lots of great concepts about duty-free shopping, SkyMall, Groupon type coupons for services at destinations to which we're going. So I think there's going to be a mix of that for a long time.
So that's what they're really becoming, is these IFE systems for a lot of airlines, or these revenue generator.
Absolutely.
That's the way it's got to be.
And
if they're low cost enough, then they're able to cover the cost within a couple years. You think you could be in the clear?
I don't know what the business model is around payback periods, but some of the great concepts that I've heard airlines talk about, particularly our partner, I think there's a good roadmap for some good news there.
Now, I know I've asked you this many times before, and so does everybody else, but would you ever see, or where are you at in terms of your thinking with going to wide bodies? Is that still...
That's still not a strategic intent for us. So we're staying very focused on the single aisle at this time.
Okay. And the main drivers for that decision?
Well, we announced very publicly a departure from that. We obviously continue to support our existing customers, but that's been a 5-6-year-old decision now, and so we're very focused on this.
Staying firm on that. Okay, okay. Even though I'm sure there's people in the marketplace that would like you to change your mind. Connectivity. I know there's been some changes lately in the connectivity plan. Where do you guys see things going with Rockwell and connectivity? Are you going to play a role in bringing connectivity to passengers?
Well, we, as you know, we produce information-enabled systems that are somewhat connectivity agnostic. So we do field Iridium, L-band, KU connectivity solutions, and obviously you've seen the press on the KA side of things and Inmarsat, and being unable to reach an agreement on that.
Where does Rockwell see the market falling out? I mean, Panasonic just announced today that they're going to do a global KU. Obviously, we've got global KA coming down the pike. Where do you think that there's going to be any one size fits all, or do you think we're going to continue to see multiple different solutions?
I think you see variability based on the mission profile of the operator in question. Obviously, there's regions of the world that work better for different connectivity solutions. So I think for a time to come, you're going to see all of those solutions continue to exist.
Yeah, and obviously your in-flight entertainment system can be a connected system.
Yeah, absolutely. Information enabled would be the term we'd like to use.
Okay.
So we can interface with whatever pipe, whether it's air to ground or satellite based, that an airline wants to implement.
Okay, and kind of lastly, what's your message here at Aircraft Interiors this year?
Our message is obviously very focused on our next generation product in the single aisle arena with Phase 3. Very excited about the prospects of that over the coming months as the development continues to mature, and how we can bring a differentiated product in those three areas I referenced already, architecturally, customer experience wise, and scalability.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you.